Good morning or even good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm Veronica Jeans and I'm an e-commerce coach and business consultant, and I'm an expert in Shopify. So today I want to talk about how to get more traffic and what 12 SEO 12 tactics to improve your traffic to your blog, and how this stuff really works. I'm doing a 24-month course right now in my workshop with my e-commerce clients, and they are seeing an improvement in their traffic to their stores. And why would you do this in an e-commerce store, right? I mean, you're selling stuff already, and you need to get your customers back into your store again, and you have so much to do. You have to ship and to make your products or whatever, and research and market. And who has time to do more stuff, more blogs, more articles? But I can tell you guys that this is so important to, to add to your e-commerce store, because this will seriously improve your traffic to your store, because you are giving your customers information. And that's why you have to do a blog. So I know that, and I know, my clients, every time they come in a workshop, I go, how are the blogs going? What are you doing with your blogs? Have you done your blog this week? Have you done your 2 blogs this week? And it's like, oh my Lord, I have to get through this long list of still more stuff to do. Yes, because you can't just sell to your customers all the time. You actually have to give your customers information so that you can put it out there on your social and bring them back to your website, so that hopefully will buy from you and they will get to know you. Plus you become an authority in your industry, in your niche, right? So that's why you have to do blogs. Okay, so let's start on what you have to do, and then I'm going to show you some tools to use. In fact, probably throughout I'm going to show you some tools to use, because it is really hard to do a blog and to do it properly. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is what a blog should look like and why it should look like this. Okay, so obviously we have to develop content. Let me get to my website. So obviously first we have to develop content. Content is king, right? Content is king. So why should you have an amazing blog, and what should it look like? So here, this was my talk last week about 20 ways to repurpose your content online. Okay, and I could actually add another 20 to that, but I thought I'd just keep it to these short little wee things that I've got here. So the first thing to do is to get an image, right? A hero image. And people love images. It just makes it look so much more professional. Then the next thing is to make it skimmable. So you're getting people onto your website, onto your blog, and you've got this long blog and it looks very boring. Look here. This is actually my free giveaway today, all my tools. But it looks very boring, right? So what if I do this? Boom. So now somebody can come on here and just skim it. Okay, what does she have on here? Oh yeah, I want to help get tools from this. Or, oh yeah, look, she's got lots of SEO tools. So this is what I mean about making it skimmable, because people will come onto your website, and there's no image here, as you can see. They'll come onto your website or your blog, and they'll see, this is very boring, it's way too long, and I'm literally not gonna read whatever this is in this blog. It's just too long. And a lot of people reading their blogs, reading stuff on their phones. So you got to give them lots of white space. So you want to keep people on your blog, on your website, so that it is interesting to them. Okay, so here is so the next thing is, and it's all about SEO. We are talking about getting traffic without paying for it, because we can get traffic with our ads. We know that we can get traffic with posting on our social. We know we can get traffic by giving away free stuff, and there's lots of way to get traffic that we know about. But you can get more traffic with blogs than what you realize if you do it properly. So the first thing is obviously content. You got to have content that people want to read, because if there's uninteresting, nobody's going to read it. Nobody's going to look at it. So look at what everybody else is posting in your competition. So here's a quick tip. Content. You're looking for content. Why don't you look on, do I have Facebook open? No, I don't have Facebook open. When you go to Facebook, and I was showing this to somebody yesterday, and I didn't realize that I haven't been speaking about this, of how to get insights. You go to Facebook and go to insights. Then what you're going to do is you're actually going to add pages to watch. You can add your competition in here, right? So the missing piece puzzle company, missing piece puzzle company added all her competition in there. So obviously she's selling something, and she wants to know what are her biggest competition, what are they doing online. And I don't have my ears on, obviously. That's where it'll become clearer. Okay, this might help. So she's got her competition in here, and she's checking on what are they posting every day. So she can actually see what traffic comes to the post and what are they posting. And then looking at the blogs, you can look at the products and all this other stuff as well, right? But look at what they're posting as blogs, because remember, these people have huge agencies creating their content. So you don't. You're a small business. You can't create your content. So that is one of the ways to see what other people are doing. And I'll show you another tool in a minute. But let's go back to content is king. And then you got to do your website web speed optimization, right? You got to make sure that your website takes quickly to download. Because if it doesn't download quickly on a phone, nobody's going to download your link to look at your blog, okay? So make sure that your page loads quickly, and that goes with any page you have out there on your website. Then the most important thing is obviously content is, if content is queen, then your title is king. Because if you don't have a selling title, nobody is going to look at it. And one of the biggest things about selling titles is make sure that it speaks to your subject. It's not too long. It has a keyword in there that you want, that people are going to search for, right? That's 3. And don't keyword stuff, okay? Because Google is not going to like that. So make it into a title that people want to read. So here is another tip. Title. So here, okay, let me go onto my website again, onto a website. Then we are going to go, boom, free headline analyzer. So you can put your title in here. Let me put my title in here. Okay, put your title in here, and it's going to analyze your title and tell you if it's a good, obviously this is not a good title. It's way too long. Okay, it's common, 30% common, uncommon, emotional. It's like, right? So I should have researched my title before I created the blog, after I created the blog. And so here's some headline titles, and then my title is way too long. Okay, way too long. Google is going to cut it off after 70 characters. And obviously my title is too wordy, okay? And then, so here, they tell you what the keywords sound like, what it's going to look like on Google, because you see Google is actually going to grab your whole title, your whole link. So you want to make sure that your your title, which is the end of your link on your URL, you know, your web address, is short and tells people really what it is all about. Actually, 12 SEO tactics, I think that's good. Okay, and then what's going to be like in your email, so you can have a look at this. Is one of the greatest ways to make sure that your title actually means something, right? So here you go. Actually, that's not my title. That's my total link that I put in there. So no wonder it's wordy. No wonder it's wordy. Okay, so 12 still. Okay, so it's 60. And let's see what it says. 60. Okay, so it's still a bit long. I knew it was a bit long. And then it's also still too wordy. So you can test your titles and see what and I was going to actually find a tool that can give you suggestions on titles, but I, for the life of me, can't remember. I've got some other tools that I'm going to show you in a minute about how to get good SEOs and good titles and everything like that. But your title is got to be attractive to somebody. So if you, as I've told you before as well, if you're looking at your blog. Look at this blog here. Okay, make sure that you have quick headlines. This is what I tell my clients all the time. Make sure that you have proper, okay, these are short headlines, but if we're looking at Parisians, let me look at hers, but I know she's just written a blog, pure.com. She writes a blog all the time, and deciphering the word of nails. Okay, so yep, she hasn't done it. So let's see if I have another so I'll have to go and smack her fingers again. Okay, so I know that she's done. You see, so if you're looking at the blog, this one is better. Okay, so she has titles. She tends to become a bit wordy. She has some titles in here that you can quickly skim, but those titles have to be a little bit bigger, so you can skim through them and go, do I really want to read this or don't I want to read this? You know, we all skim through our blogs and we look at it and go, okay, is this worth reading or is it not worth reading? So make sure that you have subheadings and large subheadings. Don't be shy to make them big. Add create longer posts. So as soon as I start talking about long posts, everybody goes, oh my God, I can't write that much, you know. So add longer posts. Make sure that your post is about 15 up to 1,500, okay, not 500. You can do 1,000. But if you're doing longer posts, Google loves long posts because it's lots of information. Don't repeat yourself because then it just means it's not interesting to your customers. So it's all about the person that's reading it and make it interesting for the person that's reading it. And Google actually notices if an article is interesting or not because people research, people will search for those keywords, they'll hop onto your website, and if they hop off straight away, then Google knows this blog is not interesting. So you've got to make it as interesting as possible, but make it long and put as much information as possible. So one of the tricks I've told my clients is they've got lots of little blogs, right? Because none of us know that we can write more than 500 words. It's really hard work. So why don't you take, and I'm sure you've got articles everywhere, you can curate 80% and only write 20% of your own content. So why don't you curate some of your information, put it into your blog, and then have your comments in it as well. Or if you have little blogs, you've been writing little blogs for your emails and everything, combine the similar subject into a long blog and then repost it again. Okay, so I've told you a lot about how to create these blogs, because those are very important for key people on the blog, make them read the blog and make Google notice. And I'm going to, and you know, there are a lot of other things like, you know, putting alt tags in with your images, optimizing your content for mobile, as I said. Make lots of white space. So when people read it on the mobile, they don't read this long paragraph and, oh, this is boring. Boom, out. Lots of white space, because it looks funny on the website, but not a lot of people read blogs on a website. They actually read the blog on their phones. And then obviously we have to do more on SEO. And so I'm going to show you some really cool tools about SEO. So the first one is Ubersuggest. So you can go to Ubersuggest, enter your domain name or your keyword, and they will give you lots of top SEO pages. You can look at the competition, see what they're doing. They'll give you keyword suggestions. It's all free, okay? So then I've got another cool tool that I've found, which is Market Muse. And I've got all these. I'll give you the link to my my tools, and it's in the SEO Tools. And this, just research and see the keywords popping up on your website and where you can improve. So I have this, and then it gives you the competition as well. So let me show you. I've actually popped these in because you see how long it takes to, this is not the one. And so you have your blog in here, and it'll tell you where you've got your keywords, but you've got to repeat your keywords. So Google will take more notice. You can't keyword stuff though, but you can add your keywords, which I obviously have not. Add your keywords in here so people will, when they're searching, it'll pop up, okay? All right, so do lots of research. Obviously, make sure you've got lots of keywords in your blog. And then the way to actually get immediate traffic, right, is you write your blog, then, and I haven't done this yet, and you grab this URL, that's what we call a URL, and you go to Google Search Console, right? Go to Google Search Console. I hope you've got Google Analytics set up. And then I've got lots of websites in here, so I will look for my website, which I haven't set up. So this is my website, right? I am going to go to URL inspection. I'm going to pop it in here, and then I'm going to tell Google, hey, come back to my website. I have a new blog. So remember what, and you can request indexing. Only do it once. Don't do it several times, okay? Then Google will send the bot and people to my website. They'll check my website and say, this is interesting, let's get this on the search engine, right? Quicker. This is the quick way to get your blog into search engines. So so every time you rewrite your blog, you will index it. So remember what I said about combining your blogs, I'm just getting back to my face, combining your blogs and creating one long blog, or just creating a long blog. Okay, so you've done it, you're very happy with yourself. So come back in 3 weeks or in a month, and then you repurpose the blog, and then you add more information, and you pop it back into Google Search Console, and then you get the bots coming back again. So what this does is it gets it to the first page on Google. Okay, so when it's on the first page of Google, when people are doing research or searching for the link or whatever, for searching for information, your website will pop up. So here's another tip. When you are writing the blog, at the top of your blog, so the one of the first tip is create a list. Okay, so when you're writing your blog, you say number one, this is the reason. Number two, this is another reason. Number three, this is another reason. So as I said with this blog is 12 tactics. Okay, so there's 12 tactics. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 12, all the 12 tactics. Then what I'm going to do is at the top of the blog, and I don't know if I did it with this blog, is I'm going to write a question and then answer the question. Okay, so what happens then is this is really cool. So this is already indexed, so Google will tell you index requested. There's no problems on your website. Okay, so let's go to SEO. It's in SEO Tactics. Let's go to SEO Tactics. So now, obviously, the first things we're going to get is let's do another search. What are SEO tactics? Can't spell. Tactics. Tactics. Boom. Okay. So first you're getting ads, right? And here's the thing: people are actually advertising their blogs. Ooh, wow, So advertise put some money behind your blog so people can actually see it. But when you're going down here, and you've got to see his face because I've got Uber Suggest on here, and let's close it down. So it tells me all the rankings of every single website that's on there. That's just, I like my tools, okay? But here, people ask, what are techniques and what are, so you can have a look here and go, okay, wow, here's 9 effective SEO techniques to drive organic traffic. And then here's the blog. This is free organic SEO tactic, right? You don't have to pay for an ad to get right to the top of the page. Obviously, people will look at this, but here somebody's actually answering my question. So haven't you opened these up and going, wow, look at this, And there's another question. I didn't think about that. Okay, let's open this one and see what it's all about. So have a question at the top of your and this is the list, obviously, or you can have a question. So if you have a list, it will pop this up. Okay, so if you have a question, what are SEO techniques, immediately it will answer whatever I've asked. Okay, so do some research and see what these people are asking. So what should I have done? I should have had that question right at the top here, right? So now I'm going to go back, and I'm not going to do it straight away because I've indexed. I'm indexing my and I don't know why this happens. Okay, I'm indexing my blog, so I'm not going to do that right away. I'm actually no. I'm going to do it right away. To have the question, so hopefully when they come in, they'll put me on the front page. But I'm not going to re-index my blog in about a week's time because I've added more information to my blog. You can do this on a weekly basis. As soon as you have changed your blog, put it in Google Search Console so that it gets indexed again. And so why is this important? Because you're going to get on the home page, on the front page of Google. That's where people are doing searches, and you want to be on that home page. Okay, so I've said lots and lots of lots and lots of information today that I've given you. I've posted the blog actually at the top, so you will be able to see what you need to, some more information, some more tips that I've added in there. Okay, and then I've shown you a couple of websites to go and actually use. Did I use markets? Yes, I did. And also, if I'll post the link to my tools it'll be in the blog, and I'll also post it actually in a comment. So you can go into my tools and have a look at all my tools and my suggestions and websites and everything that you can see for good suggestions on how to do some research on your blogs. This is the way to get more traffic, because you can literally be on the front page of Google, no ads, when people are doing searches to buy something. And so while you're doing blogs, you're giving people more information, because that's the way they're going to get to know you. And once they get to know you and they come on your website, then you'll get more sales automatically, because they'll be on your website going, wow, this information is amazing. What do they have for sale? Then they'll go to your story. So fix your story up. You see, that's another way of getting more traffic. So every single page you have on your website, in your e-commerce store, you need to optimize it and go in and optimize your keywords and your content, and make sure keywords are in your content, and make sure that the title is properly, so when people search for it, then they will actually your website will pop up. So, and then you'll get, so I've seen it happen. I have been, I work with it in my workshops. We're always working on blogs and improving our product pages, improving our titles, improving our pages, adding more frequently asked pages on the websites. And I have seen traffic increase on pages within 6 months. And the only reason why it's taken so long is because there's only so many hours in a day that you can actually write blogs. And if you can't write blogs, get somebody to write it for you, because there are cheap ways to get somebody to write a blog. But here is something that I've used as well as somebody else writing my blogs if I can't get to it. So I write the most important things that I want to actually cover, and I'll have somebody else adding the content to the blog. But think about this. So I've paid like $95 for a blog, and it was The Hearth, great blog writers. Okay, so but sometimes they can't write about your product, because as one of my clients said, she sells bras, and not a lot of people actually have intimate knowledge about why you should have a proper cup for a bra, right? So then you have to write it yourself. So but just write your ideas down, and then write the content and start adding to the content. Post a short blog, go back and increase some more content. Then you can go on Google Analytics, and then you can see what is your most successful blog, and what do people actually read. Then go to that blog and add more information, index again, and do the same thing over and over again. I promise you, if you write at least 2 blogs a week, and I know that's a lot of blogs, but you can use these blogs in your emails, you can use the blogs in posts. So if you have somebody write a $95 blog and it's 1,500 words, and you're discussing several different options or sections of a topic, you can take a little piece of that blog and just post that little piece. Okay, you can, and I talked about repurposing, right? So you can reuse that $95 and think of it as marketing dollars, right? You need to add some money toward your marketing. Your hours is the dollars that you add to your marketing. And for instance, I belong to Women Network standout group. And in this group, the VIP group, and I pay $95. I look at it as I can do lives. I can pop in my my blogs. I can do promotional stuff. So I look at it as not just what can I get out of it, but this is also a vehicle for me to actually post stuff into this group and be allowed to and sell, right? I can sell stuff here. So I want to educate everybody, and that's how I'm trying to get more customers. That's exactly the same thing that you need to do. So whatever I do on a live, I write a blog about it, and I do have my fabulous daughter-in-law help me on my blogs, right? And so then I have this blog as a post. I've got this video that I can repost on my business page. So, wow, just from one blog, I've already got so much. But also creating that SEO content-rich blog and content and information article, is you're going to benefit so much from it. Let me see if I've got any time left, because I've got to stick to the time on here. Boom, 30 minutes, baby, did it. Okay, thank you for watching this, And if my free giveaway today is my tools page, I've got so much information on there. If you have a Shopify store, it is got lots of tools for Shopify as well. It's got tools for videos, for marketing, for SEO. I'm adding more and more stuff to it. So make it one of your favorites. Save the page, because as I said, I'm adding more information to that page all the time. If I come across something like the Market Muse, somebody introduced that to me. One of my clients said to me, "Oh, I found a new tool to use, Market Muse." And I'm just investigating it right now. So I did a little bit before I came onto this talk, but there it is. So new things I'll add to the tool page. So I will be adding this to a comment, and also in the top part, in the description part, so that you can go and get it. And I'm actually also launching Shopify Made Easy book in about a week, and it's going to be for free. In fact, no, it's going to be you can buy it for $1. I'll be advertising it soon. I'll be advertising soon. I hope you got something out of this. Let me know below if this was interesting. I am scheduling my lives out about 2 months from here. I think this is an absolutely wonderful way to get your name out there, to get your product out there, and join the standalone VIP group. And hey Elisa, how you doing? I love your website. So so anyway, thanks for listening. I have to get off here now because I'm out of time. I will see you next week at the same time. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.